Can you mention the element and its
like? Let's take the element water. Right now, if you take the element water and then you get the person's name and the mother's name, so you combine the two names and do the calculation. When the results come, it can be from 1 up to 9 columns. Each column that the results are dropped, there is a message inside that will correspond exact to the person's lifestyle and everything. If it's a problem, you will see the problem outcome. Where did the problem come from? This is a solution for the problem, and that's how you're going to fix the problem. Earlier, I have tell you, one of our grandfathers is saying, in this life we are living, there is nothing that would happen without source. So when you know the source, you know the problem.
Okay.
This is the source.
Okay.
This is
You are the chairman watching Ziontv Gh Chanel, and that's no quantity and Punya Kupon Basayadam. Which a man some free Christian and why you film down here. Ziontv Gh just here now a dear any vision. And he is a media son question don't share back on me was so. Now you see, dear. Ede, Yanni open you movie at Yenny Kumono. Your first time ni na about nature, a cast in nature, naturally. If you say anyhow, AD of resign, any elements, the kind of elements so a chere a home for sure a war we are see we quite a fast one in ya institution so or the same so and who him dear and ever vision. You try when I jab from crowd or a bar, you were chirping, you can who's Abba Sma
Ziontv Gh. Diving deep once again.
Ora for me da so je bretwa mbesi sabre se da me kono me ka che me si besua de ye ne opanyi mu bi na simadu asan akosi ne don hwere ba ko no wen waso da bia me ka me si nimdi ho ehunhia na so enu ti na akon kremofo wa ye se bra komsheni malaika jibril de nimdi bre no wase ikra na kire se kinkan na kire se nimdi ehunhia yan twempini baba ne no antwetwengomo baba me che
me jeso
the most unfortunate part and say onti P and obe merge with English. The wa also onti English no per nana bi non translate na on translate mo. Ubebo udiama.
My name is Amir Sultan.
Amir Sultan from where?
Originated from Niger.
Originated from Niger.
Part of Gambia.
Oh, okay. So why are you here in Ghana?
I'm here in Ghana. It's not today, because one of my grandfather has come here for the chantries. So I used to come here since back in the days when I was very little. So I get used to it. But my purpose to Ghana is a work that I come to do for people here.
So where were you born? Were you born in Ghana? Or?
I'm not born in Ghana. I was born in Niger, but I was raised up in Gambia.
So today we are going to learn about nature. We've heard people talking about nature. When we say nature, what is nature?
You have come to the point that I come to explain, because this thing is in my head very long time. I see people was coming to do an interview in a TV, talking blah 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 blah, but there is a lot of mistaken things they are doing. That's the reason that I come and say I will talk about the nature.
Your voice, you should increase your voice.
Okay, I come here to explain how the nature is going. Because there is a lot of things that is going, is the nature that is going on that way. We have a people that is around. It's a nature that is going by them. Why did I say it's nature that is going by them? There is a lot of sickness that are going. It's not a proper way. All this is going on the nature way. So either you know it, then you find a solution about it. One of our grandfather is saying, in this world that we are living, there is nothing that is happening without source. If you know the source, then you get the problem. When you know the problem, then you would have a solution for that.
Okay. So how does nature, how does nature, give people sickness? Because I see you should explain nature, but talking of sickness, is there something that we are doing that is hurting nature, and nature is paying us with sickness?
The reason that I say it's all about nature. You see, in this world right now, at the moment we are living, there is a pastors, there is this spiritualist, there is this malams people. All these people are healing people, removing the spirit from people, saying this person is sick, there is a spirit that is worrying him. This person is sick, there is a spirit that is worrying him. All this spirit that have been removing from people, if you can tell me, where are they going?
So if that is the case, where are they from to? Before they were able to settle in human, where were they from? Were they not from the same nature that when they get rid of them, they go back to?
You see, if we take then times at the back time, the population is not crowded.
Okay.
The human side, we are not plenty in the universe.
Okay.
But right now, the population are crowded. The universe is a full. If I can explain you, where your grandfather's house is then time, compared to where your house is, you can count about 200, 300, 400 houses before you reach your houses from your grandfather's house. So that means that where you come and build your house, where is that place?
So the question is nature not aware that a day is coming or a moment is going to come that the world will be full of population?
Of course.
So why is it that with our population is affecting nature? If nature is aware that a day is coming that the whole world is going to fill with people.
You see, even the white people is their main concern right now. They say the world is congested. They say the pollution is there. If you check this tsunami, these things that we are facing, all this is what? Is imbalance of the nature.
Okay.
All this is created by what? We human beings. So that's the reason that I tell you, where we are living right now, it's not a normal place that we was living then.
Okay.
Then now we come and live inside. It's like it's a bushy place. Then you come and have your portion of land there. You build your house. Don't you know that there is another living thing before you put your house in?
Okay.
So all this is a measure things that people must know. If you come and build your house, nobody say you can build your house, but there is a challenges that you face left and right. How to make everything possible for you to live and then mingle with them. There is one of two things that we're supposed to do for us to have an amicably life living in understandable life to live. They are on their part on, we are on our part on.
So the question is, they are in their realm, they are in their plane. How is our building going to affect them? Because they are not living in this physical plane, they are living in their astral plane. So how is our building or our infrastructure going to affect their plane?
They are God creatures. God create them. They don't like noise. They don't like this lighting system and everything that we are using. And if we as a human beings, if we come and live at the place, number one, it will be a noise. Number two, it will be too much lighting and things. You see? And second of all, you have a people around your house. Maybe your house worker or your wife or something can make a washing. They will take the water, just go in the corner of the house and then throw that water. Do you know who's there when you come and pour that water? You can be sitting with people around. You will just get up and say, I want to urinate. Then you go at the back, just open your zip and urinate. Do you know who's there that you go and urinate?
So my concern is, I've heard a lot of spiritualists saying all these stuffs. If they making noise in their realm, it's not affecting us. Why is our way of living affecting them? Because they can choose for us to see them, and they can choose to block it. So if we are making noise and it is affecting them, why don't they block that noise so that they can live peacefully with us?
That's why we call it nature. That's why we call it nature. And since day one, when God has created them, He has made barrier between them and us. They can see us, but we cannot see them. Only a few people that God has give a gift, donated the gift to them, that have a third eye to see them. But if you don't have that power, you can't see them. You can never see them.
Is it offense for me to do something without knowing that what I'm doing is affecting someone? Have I offended?
Sometimes it's not an offense.
So if it's not an offense, then why should I bear punishment from nature?
That's how God created them. It's like even we, the spiritual fathers that are working with them, you can tell him something right now. Next 5-10 minutes, what you have recommended him to do exactly, he forget it already. You have to come and doing the updating for him. If you want him to do exactly what you want, so you have to do the updating. So if you say, in the morning I have talked to them, or I have given them an assignment to do, and then I'm waiting for them in the evening to just come and give me a resource, it can never be.
So then, even them, they are vulnerable to forgetfulness. If that is how you need to repeat what you are requesting. So why should they punish me if I also forget that they are around and I'm building my house?
That's like you and your child in the house. If you are raising your child to come to the maturity level, he always make a mistake. But that mistake that he made doesn't mean that you have to disown him. You have to come back again, repeat yourself until you get it him the way you want. If it's an animal that you have in the house, for you to put him on the right way, you have to keep going, repeating to show him the right way. So if you come to the spiritual world, they are not a human beings, but they are another creature of God. So you have to understand them before you go with them. If you don't understand them, that's where the problem is.
So as a lay person, what should I know so that I won't offend any spirit?
It's not about you knowing and then not offend. Like an example that I give you right now, I say you come and build your house in the middle of nowhere, because if you buy a new land, a piece of land, what it means that before you buy that place, it used to be what? A bush. So there is another God living creatures there. You must know what to do to protect your side.
And this is what I asked.
All right. If you come to me like this, I would consult and tell you, this is what to do, this is what to do, so that this barrier will remain between you and them forever. Because there is a people that will just come and get the house, and they will become living inside the house without no protection, without nothing, just living in the house like that. A time will go, you will see a wife will be sicking. A time will go, you will see the children will be sicking. Left and right, you don't know exactly what is going on. If the person is doing a business, you can see the business start decreasing, going back. The person will never know what will be the problem, why these things is happening. But if you take your measures, one or two things, you do the rituals that you have to do to protect yourself, to protect your family, to protect your house, to guide your own business, I think you are ready to go.
So without you, can't I build anywhere?
Of course, you have to build. But you build, do your house. Building is the most difficult thing. You do that difficult thing, the smallest thing that you would do to protect your living place, I don't think that it will be difficult for you.
So why nature Why is it that nature is not teaching us how to, do cleansing before we put out our infrastructures, but rather we need to find a spiritualist and consult that spiritualist before the spiritualist will guide us through?
Nature has teach us already. It's even you know or you don't know. It's one or two things. Okay. Because all of us, we come from one of those African background. And everyone in each house that you go have something as a tradition inside the house.
Okay. So
either you know or you don't know. Even though there is some families right now, people will trying to be what? As like they are white people, or I don't know how to call it. They leave the tradition behind.
Okay.
They leave the tradition behind. The only thing they trying to do is this Occident life.
Okay.
So no matter what you do, the tradition is waiting for you. Okay. No matter what you do, the house you came from, there is something like this. So if you turn your back to them like you don't care, they would also turn their back on you like they don't care.
Okay. We can't deal with nature without talking about elements. What is elements? According to nature.
According to nature and according to the spiritual background, in this life we are living, we have 4 elements.
Okay.
What it means the fire, water, sand, and wind.
Okay.
There is the number 5th one that people always forget. That's where the most spiritual fathers are making mistake.
Okay.
There is the 5th one. If you get those 4 one, you didn't get the 5th one, then your calculation will always be wrong.
What is the 5th one?
That's the spirit.
Okay.
The combination of the 4 elements will give you the spirit.
Yeah.
So here's the 5th one.
Okay.
So then the 5th one is the one that we are using.
Okay.
And if it comes to the element and the spiritual word, how we are doing the spiritual calculation.
Okay.
If a person come to you or give a call for you to do whatever it is, I have to check up on the element.
Okay. So what's the essence of these elements?
The element, when you do the spiritual calculation, you get the element. The element is what can determine the person's whole life, before he come to life, when he come to life, and after death.
Okay.
So if you do the spiritual calculation, sometimes it can be fire, sometimes it can be water, sometimes it can be wind or sand.
Okay.
So if you say it, each element will come with 9 columns.
Okay.
We the human beings, God has created us with 9 holes in our body.
Okay.
If you count the left eye, the right one, 2, the right ear, the left one, the mouth, the 2 holes of the nose, the front and the back, you would have 9 holes.
Okay.
If you come to the element, you will do the calculation, you will have 9 columns.
Okay. Okay. So the question is, I've heard many spiritualists saying that each and every one comes from one of these elements, and we know that for human to live, we need to have all these 5 elements, as you are saying. We need to, because we have heat in our body, that is fire. We have air, the one we are breathing, that is the air. We have the earth, that is our soul, our body, and we have the spirit that is controlling the body, and the water too, that is what is circulating through our body. So why is it that you people keep on saying that you might come from one of these elements, if all these elements can be found in our body?
All these elements can come, is a part of our body, but only one element will correspond to your star.
Okay. So what is the star?
The star, in the spiritual word, we do it, is your own soul.
Okay.
It's your own soul.
Okay.
So if you do the calculation, only one element will correspond to your soul.
Okay, so how is the calculation, like how do you calculate to see that maybe one of these elements may correspond with my soul?
How I do the element calculation, I take the person's name and the mother's name.
Okay.
Why? I know that some people would ask why the mother's name. Because it's the mother that carry a child for 1 up to 9 months. And in the spiritual calculation, we say each element has 9 columns. And we, the human beings, each person have a 9 hole in his body.
Okay. What's the secret about name, because if you go to any spiritualist or any institute, all that they will request is your name. Why name?
Because the name, they just don't take a name and give a person like this. If you see a child come to this world, most of people, like this our late grandfathers and things, they already do the calculation. They say if he's a man, this is the name that he will come with. If he's a female, this is the name that she will come with. Why? Because they have done the spiritual calculation, they check everything they see.
So what is the potency in name that we must have it before we can calculate our our spiritual steps?
The name is the key point.
What?
To enter the spiritual world and then to see everything life. It's like right now you are holding your phone. If you give me your phone, you didn't give me the password, I can never go into.
What if I didn't initiate password?
If you don't have a password.
Because not everybody is interested in password. Sometimes you might even like be having phone and you won't even put password.
So in the spiritual world, that name is the access to the road and see everything. Okay, how I was saying.
Yeah.
The element, we will take the person's name and the mother's name, so that I will do the combination to get the resource. If I get the resource, the number of the calculation I get will correspond to one of the column of the from column 1 up to 9.
Okay.
And each column I have a message inside. The message that I would have is exactly what corresponds the problem that the person is having in his life or the future or the background.
Okay. So let's say my name is Zion. I came to you, I want to test you. And I came with a name, maybe Mike. If you do your calculation, what the result that will come, will it correspond to my, my element?
You see, one thing I want to tell you, I'm so grateful that you asked me that question.
Okay.
There is a challenges that I'm facing. Sometimes if people come to me or they give me a call, they want me to check the element for them.
Okay.
They will give me the English name.
Okay.
Rather to give me the traditional name.
Okay.
And in the spiritual world, we always go about the traditional name.
Okay.
If I get the traditional name, so what it means that my calculation
will not fail.
Will never fail.
Okay.
But if you take somebody's name and give me, the resource that will come is a proper resource.
Okay.
But it won't correspond to you. Why? Because it's a fake name you give me.
Okay. 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 Let's say, how do you do the calculation? Do you need something before you do the calculation, or you can even sit here and do the calculation?
The calculation is how I told you, the mother's name and the person's name.
Okay.
If I combine it, then
I'm asking that, can you do example of how you do your calculation, or you need some items?
If like my son is here,
okay,
like I will take your name as an example, then I will show the word how I do it.
Oh, okay. So
but unfortunately now we are one part, and then the working things are inside the shrine.
Okay. Okay. I've also heard that some of these elements doesn't correspond. Let's say if a woman is maybe water and the man is maybe air, they might have some conflict, or their marriage is not going to withstand. Is it something that people are just saying, or indeed it's happening?
It's true. What you are saying is true, and then what the people are talking is true. If you go, before I go back and explain you,
okay,
you see, even the white people are always telling people, if you get a partner, before you marry that person, go to the hospital and do what? A medical checkup.
Yes, blood.
If you go and do the medical checkup, maybe you can see if the blood group that the person is having and yours, sometimes it don't match.
Yeah.
So even we on the spiritual world, there is an element, they don't go, they don't click.
Okay.
If you forced to do that marriage, it will always be what? Like a disaster.
Okay.
There is no peace inside the family.
Okay.
Number two, if you are into a business or into a work or something, you always face challenges.
Okay. So what if today is my first time of hearing this, and already I've married? How do I turn that situation to good, or it has already been done? The harm has already been done, so there's nothing I can do.
There is something to do. If we track it, then it come like this. There is a spiritual work that we do to turn the destiny.
Okay.
Because here some people are saying that there is no way to turn the destiny.
Okay.
The destiny is a destiny.
Okay.
Even a simple prayers can change the destiny.
Okay.
There is a spiritual work also that we do to change the destiny.
Oh, okay.
So the destiny can be changed. Something like this also, if it happen, the two elements won't correspond, the wife and the husband, there is a works that we do to let them match as appearing, and then everything will go on the right way.
Like, let's take horoscope for instance. People who are into astrological, the Indian astrology, the Vedic astrology, sometimes they may require your date of birth, as you said, your name, that is your birth name, and your where you were born, that is your place of birth. Is it necessary for you to get all these requirements before you can do proper checks, or with your own you don't need all these stuff?
Okay, you see, they say there is a one dialect or my hometown, they say each country have the way to slaughter the sheep.
Okay.
Everybody have his own way. We the Africans, we the black people, we the spiritual people, we don't need date of birth.
Okay.
We don't need the place that the person is born or what. Okay. These white people calendar are always against it.
Okay.
Are always. How I do my spiritual checking to find the elements, I need the mother's name and the person's name.
Okay.
So I will do the combining, and then I get the results.
Okay. So that is Turabi, right?
Turabi.
Okay. We've heard many people saying that Turabi is a form of prediction. Like, it doesn't actually give you exact, result that you are going to expect. Is it a prediction or is it a prophecy?
It's a prophecy. It's a prophecy. The prediction, I think, is those light people that are not qualified to do the work.
Okay.
Will just go into a prediction. But right now, you come to me, you ask me what I see. If I tell you tomorrow you die, I'm sorry. Okay.
So with the Turabi, I know people can also use even pen and paper to. That one is hisab.
It's a calculation.
Okay.
That's a hisab calculation. When you say hisab is what is numbers.
Okay.
You will go into a numbers. If you know what you are doing, you will never fail.
Okay.
But if you don't know what you are doing, then your calculation are always wrong.
Okay. Okay. So can you mention the element and its purpose for us to hear?
Like, let's take the element water.
Okay.
Right now, if you take the element water, and then you get the person's name and the mother's name.
Okay.
So you combine the two names and do the calculation.
Yeah.
When the results come, it can be from 1 up to 9 columns.
Okay.
Each column that the results are dropped, there is a message inside that will correspond exactly to the person's lifestyle and everything.
Okay.
If it's a problem, you will see the problem outcome. Where did the problem come from? This is a solution for the problem.
Okay.
And that's how you're going to fix the problem.
Okay.
Earlier I have tell you, one of our grandfathers is saying, in this life we are living, there is nothing that would happen without source. So when you know the source, you know the problem.
Okay.
This is the source.
Okay.
This is the.
Okay. Let me ask. Is whose responsibility? Is it? Are we supposed to know our element in our infancy, or we supposed to grow before we try to find our elements?
Good question. If you come to us, like I mean, my background, way before me, my parents already know my element, and they know my background, and they know the challenges that I was going to face during my lifetime. So what they can do, they do the matches they can to prevent me. But at time that I will get my maturity from 18 going, it's my own responsibility to take care of my own future.
And let me ask, does it require money when you are trying to, you know, do this thing, the Turabi for someone? Does it require money?
Some people are requesting money, but to me, I don't request any money to anyone.
Can the element change at a point in time? Let's say maybe your infancy, you might have this element, and as time goes on, it might change to different, you know, element, or it is through your lifetime that you are going to have one exact, you know, element.
As for the element, for lifetime, it's always the same element that you'll be having. But one thing I want the viewers to understand, to know, if it comes to the element, you can see a person who might come with the challenges in the life, like a financial aspect, like lack of health, or a small disaster would be around the person. The person is a hard worker. The person is fighting for his life, but he's always fighting with the challenges left and right. There is a small thing that we will do. We do the calculation, and then we will see, this is your element. I see. When I get your element, then I will get access to your star. What you means the star is the destiny. Some people, it's just a sugar that I will tell you, buy a sugar on the day that you come alive. Just any person that you see, give it to him. Some people, I will tell you, is a small thing that you will take, just give to a road that is crossing, like a T-junction. Give.
So is it important that everybody must know his or her element, or we can live how we want to live?
Very, very important, because if you are living your life without knowing your element, it's like you don't care about your success, you don't care about your progress, you don't care about your own future.
Some may also say that they've never heard of all these stuffs, but yet they are making it in life. How is that possible?
They are making it in the life, they seeing everything is all right. But if they go and check the background, what did the parent has done for them? They have done everything. Maybe it's the grandfather, maybe it's the grandmother. She have fixed everything, make everything possible for them, and that's it. And another way that I just want to pull people's attention, if you are home just sitting like this, you will never know. But let you travel small, then you are depending on yourself. You are working hard to do for yourself and do back to the family. That's how you understand that all this discussion we are discussing, we are in need. Maybe you travel to go to abroad, 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years, you still struggle, you can get a papers. It's another aspect. You are working, trying to become a citizen, trying to organize your life, but always something is affecting your life. You go there, you start facing these court matters and these things. Is something that's everybody's supposed to do way before leaving.
So can these Turabi also predict the calamities that is going to befall upon us in the near future?
Exactly.
And is it preventable?
Very, very preventable. Because let's say last week I have checked for somebody. I say where you are going, it's a good place for you to go. You are going to make your life, you are going to have exactly what you want. But there is many challenges that you'll be facing, there is many difficulties that you'll be seeing. If you accept it, there is a way to wipe all this up. But if you leave it like that, then it goes.
Knowing all this, does it come naturally, or you need to learn it from someone?
It's something that I have grown up in the spiritual world. My mother's side, my father's side, I'm going with this.
But is it something that someone can, learn it from you?
We have many peoples that are coming to we to learn how the spiritual world is going and things, but there is a limit. There is a limit. There is even inside the shrine. I have a particular shrine. This kind of people can go inside. And number two, even our own people, a woman can never go. The woman that can have access in that shrine is a woman that have her menopause.
The one who is no more bleeding.
No more bleeding.
Oh, okay. And we've also heard that some of us are not supposed to take in particular food. During this calculation, can it also predict things that you are supposed to eat and things you are not supposed to eat?
You see, if you do the calculation, the whole results will come. They will tell you this type of food, if you are eating it with your own soul, it can go. It will look like a poison, it will look like a bad luck, it will look like a darkness for you. So trying to avoid this kind of food. There is even a date that will give you from Monday to Sunday. This particular day, don't travel. No matter what you do on this particular day, don't travel. Washing your clothes, there is a day inside the 7 days that you are not supposed to wash your clothes. There is bathing inside your own house. This is your house, this is your place. But there is some particular places that you are not supposed to bath inside the house. So all these are inside and include. If you get to check up, then you know. When you know, then you are safe.
Let's get back to our previous question. When we were talking about putting up infrastructures, what are the right channel to pass through that you are going to give freely, that the person is supposed not to come to you, but you are sharing it? If you want to put up infrastructures, or if you want to build, what are certain rituals that you are supposed to do before you can put up your building?
The number one that always, that one I'm giving it, that's a gift for everybody. You get a new plot of land. The first thing you're supposed to do, way before putting a shovel or the pincers or whatever it is, trying to get this river water, or you get the bula water. If you get that one, you get the big salt. You get the big salt as something that can fill my hand like this, my palm. If you get that one, you get the blue, the one that the women are putting
the blue
inside the wash. There is another herb that you people are using here. The Ghan people are calling it nyanya. You get that one, put it inside, and then mix it inside the water. You mash it until you see the water turn a bit green. Get the red oil, the correct one, not the one they are mixing or whatever. Mix it inside the water. Wait until the midnight. You will do one corner, the 4 square corners.
On the plot or?
On the plot. If you do that, you are coming in this place for peace. You are not coming to disturb, you are not coming to harm, you are not coming to do something. You just need a place where you put your head. So the life living things that you come and follow here, you give them this one as an offering, so that in any other situation, the friendship will remain, and then they would assist you in what you are doing.
Wow. I've also heard that sometimes where during our buildings, sometimes where we place our toilet, our kitchen can also affect our financial finance. Is it true, or is just a myth?
It's a very true. It's a very true.
How do I supposed to build my house? Where should I place my kitchen? Where should I place my toilet in?
You see, it's not about placing or misplacing. What do we call the toilet? You see, inside the house, if you check those our grandfathers and things, they always try to let the family avoid going to the washroom late in the night. It's now that the modern life we are living, there is a light everywhere. If you go to the washroom, they are there.
Yeah.
If you go behind the kitchen, they are there.
Okay.
If you go every angle, every corner of the house, they are there.
Okay.
So what you means that we are living with them. If it come 5:30 in the evening, 5:30 to 6,
Okay.
that's the time that they are returning. It's like you have a sheep or something inside the house. In the morning you open, they will go to the bush side. Evening time they will return in the house. So even the spirit, that's how they are.
Okay.
So sometime, why are we educating people to avoid all those things? Like I was telling in the previous time that you was asking me, you want to urinate, you will just go inside the corner and then you open the zip and then you go inside the washroom directly. That time, if you come and find the spirit mother, she's breastfeeding the child, and then you urinated on her.
Okay.
How will be the situation? The spirit is walking.
Okay.
You will see, this is the African tradition. You can see a woman just wash a cloth. This dirty water, she will come on the street and then just spoil it.
Okay.
You don't pour. If we eat the food, we wash our hand.
Okay.
You can pour it.
Okay.
Just put it on the ground and then that's it. You can have a hot water and then you see directly a person will just spoil it.
Okay.
All this is going against the nature.
Okay. So what are you supposed to do if the water is hot?
If the water is hot, just leave it aside.
Okay.
Some few moments, it will come down. You don't just boil it, but pour it slowly on the ground. Then you go.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, Chief. In conclusion, what will be your final words and your location and your number as well?
My final word I will tell people, even though that is the first time that I come to your channel, there is a many spiritual people that are working inside social media and things. I never come on that social media before. But what I have seen, there is a many wrong things that people are saying, people are doing. It touches my heart a bit. Then I come to tell people the reality. I come to tell people how the things are moving. Listen exactly for the teaching that we teach for today. And then you do your own decision and then you come.
Okay. All right. I also heard you are a chief.
Hey, I'm a chief. I'm a chief of my tribe.
Okay. At where?
I'm the chief of Zabarma people.
Okay. 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 Then location, right? Your location?
I am at Joma. My location, Ablekuma, Joma.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you, Chief.
You're welcome.
Your name once again?
Sultan Amir.
Sultan Amir. Okay. Therefore, Opani Sultan Amir, ne chuchu nkomono, oyo mzamanama for ehene ewo Ablekuma. Na beginning the way of explaining nature no put me off, but as time goes on maybe who is okay when him the worker, and it's very true say most of these spiritualists there be an working 4 elements. Yes, 5 elements, water, fire, air, earth, and a spirit, and I see space, and I say ether. And most of the time, you ignore that part, and it's very important. See, be who's animal way. Per the no work I quite remember say Sawaba. BBC si motia jini ewura obi mu na omukotu jini no malam no sata na malam bi ewo Sawaba wawu e fan malam salam otu jini na yebisa jini na ye papa ne tese bodam he no bisa say dia na nipa ne ye wo say nipa no enu ansu hye e na otu nsu hye ne gu ne ba ho no woro ye na no so ede enu etua ne ka so ye hunu say we are saying we have tons and uncountable dimensions. Even the your friends say your friends say quantum physics for I discover no Dawson. And you want to say your numerous dimensions. If we are saying here the baby no na why you whom you and son of why baby a big and I baby a John saw the way I 2 years you to go. Yes, I careful was animal way now and Abrofona discover way and untina a bear hardly see once brony. What you so good so manase why ye so ebia running water field a man basana Debbie mumma ye hunu say ensuo nipa nkwa 70% nsuo take 70% of our body and into no say and didn't ya beba be kunya ne ankasa o hwa na wa share o share na wa subscribe ya na wa comment how did you made be see that's ende Ziontv Gh said that